I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Cooper of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Keith Brannick of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
This is Danielle Musselman.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washington Sports Digital Network.
Study of engineering covers a lot of things. We have several major.
And welcome back to the Sturgis Physical Education Center here on the campus of Ouachita Baptist University for some more Ouachita volleyball action as part of the Ready Tiger Invitational. Earlier today, we saw University of Arkansas Fort Smith against the Warhawks of Auburn University at Montgomery, and now the Warhawks taking on the hosting Ouachita Baptist Tigers here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. I'm Isaac Bourne, joined here by my color analyst Cameron Boyd. And Cameron, we missed you yesterday.
Yeah, I hated I had to miss that game. You know, tune season here at Ouachita is pretty busy, and I myself am participating, so I'm the victim of that.
And tune season, just a great time of year for all the Ouachita students. For anyone eager to tune into something like that, make sure to, during the week of homecoming, which will be the week of October 4th, to either get the Vimeo link for that and buy the tickets to watch it virtually, or you can come here on the campus of Ouachita and watch it from the JPAC. But about 20 seconds remaining. Looking into this matchup, what is one quick takeaway that we want to give, Cameron?
I just want to point out how Ouachita's had a pretty good start so far this weekend, being undefeated so far. Auburn-Montgomery has struggled a little bit, being as they've had 3 losses, so I know they're going into this game looking for a win for sure.
Now we're going to send it over to the PA system and Chase Hartzell, former OSDN alum, to let us know the national anthem and player lineups.
Once again, welcome fans to the Tiger Ready Challenge and today's match between the Auburn-Montgomery Warhawks and your Ouachita Tigers. Joseph. Number 7, Kendall McCain. Number 8, Kiara Vega. Number 10, Taylor Lewis. Number 11, Sal DeJesus. Number 14, Emma Claire Law. And number 20, Jasmine Montgomery. The Warhawks are led by head coach Greg Case and assistant coach Lex McEnroy. And now, the starting lineup for your Washington Tigers. A senior from Pat, Arkansas, number 4, Haley Fairchild. A junior from Belleville, Illinois, number 7, Kylie Kinsman. A senior from Decatur, Texas, number 9, Riley Brazil. A junior from Pearland, Texas, number 13, Kaylee Bedford. A junior from Crandall, Texas, number 15, Leah Gardner. A senior from Arlington, Texas, number 21, Courtney Hanson. And a senior from Arlington, Texas, number 22, Emily Adams. The Tigers are led by head coach Allison Purcell-Kaiser and assistant coach Daryl Davis.
And there you have it. Starting lineups have been given, and it's time for the teams to take the court. Cameron, what is the X factor going to be in this game for either team if they want to come out victorious in both of their final games in the Ready Tiger Invitational?
I think it's going to be a matter of finding their momentum early on and being able to maintain that throughout the game. And that goes for both teams, especially Auburn-Montgomery coming from the losses they've had this weekend. I think, or at least I'm expecting to see them come out with some extra energy right here and really try to take this win.
And the Warhawks, they did play a game earlier this morning, so they're a little bit more warmed up than this Washita team, who's not played since about 5 o'clock last night, where they took down UT Dallas in a dominant 3 sets. So we'll see if Washita can repeat on that success. Also, while we're at it, shout out to the Thetford family, Brooke and Terry Thetford, watching from Pearland, Texas. Their daughter Kaylee taking to the court right now, and we'll see what she can do starting on that right side position. Kylie Kisgan comes in as libero, 5th in the nation in digs per set going into yesterday, and you'll see why she is one of the premier liberos in the country. Another interesting tidbit about this AUM team has to be this 2-setter lineup they're going with. They go with both Kiara Vega and Addie Vinson, both of them averaging a little bit higher than you would really see in assists per set. So we'll see how that works out for them as the game is going to start here. Hanson on the dig to start. Kisgan, she's looking for Adams. And the block by the Warhawks recovered by the Tigers. Bedford, she's going to put the Tigers on the board first. Nice kill by the junior out of Pearland, Texas. And the free shot over the net. Taylor Lewis is going to get it over. Emily Adams, the strength that time. And she's going to find the right side and down. And Cameron, you look at Emily Adams. Her and Courtney Hanson have a special connection. Why don't you tell us about that?
So like we were talking about the other day, Courtney has been Emily's setter since the 7th grade. So they've been playing together for years. So that connection between them is very strong, and that shows very well during these games.
AUM, they're going to take to the board for their first time today as Kaylee Thetford unable to get under that one that time. Setting for the first time today, number 11, Sal DeJesus. Hanson, she's looking for Thetford on the right side, on the left side, excuse me, and that one's going to go out of bounds. Substitution for the Tigers coming in for Kaylee Thetford is Savannah Whitaker.
Now serving for Washington, number 24, Savannah Whitaker.
Tigers lead 3-1. Here's Whitaker on the serve. And they're going to send that one over the net. And the player long under it. Here's Gardner. And they're going to say she just barely missed that sideline. Excuse me, they're going to say she did grab it just a little bit. So Leah Gardner, she's going to grab her first kill of the afternoon. And a service ace, credit that one to Savannah Whitaker. The initial hit off to the right side is going to go out of play and not recoverable that time by Kiara Vega.
Still good hustle there by the Warhawks trying to make that playable.
Vega, she's looking up towards the other side, and it's going to go down. Great effort that time by Kendall McCain. McCain, the senior out of Tampa, Florida, leading the Warhawks in kills per set. She's got 2.53 per. Kisgan on the dig. Hansen, she's looking for Adams. And Emily Adams, just a little bit too much strength on the swing, and it's going to go far past the back line. Warhawks sticking in this one so far. Washita unable to grab a noticeable lead, and that's a service ace as Taylor Lewis inches her team closer into this one.
I think Washita's just got some easy mistakes to clean up here.
And here's libero Lewis. Hansen, she's going to give it to Brazil. Great dig by Lewis. Warhawks scrambling now. Can they get it up? They can. And a little bit of an infraction that time. Warhawks are going to take the point, and it's tied at 5. Gardner's going to score that time. Washita takes the lead back. Vega going to give it over to the side.
Great dig there by Leah Gardner.
And Brazil, she's going to score that time. No smiles for the Tigers. They want to gain a lead here. They only lead by 2 against the Warhawk team that was 0-3'd by Fort Smith this morning. Gardner, she'll give her first serve of the afternoon. Tigers are going to get it right back. Hansen, she's looking at Adams. And nice dig that time. And it's going to go down. A great dig by Taylor Lewis leads to a magnificent kill for the Warhawks, and they inch to within 1. Coming in for the Warhawks, number 12, Addie Vinson. Hansen, she's going to give it back to Brazil. Riley Brazil, she's going to find the backside and put it down.
And a great spot just in front of that line to where they think it's going to go out of bounds.
Put it in such a good spot. AUM didn't even really make an effort to go for it. And that just goes to the IQ of Brazil. Many years she's played. Fairchild, she's going to return the dig right down for a score. Vincent, she's going to give it up to the side. Right back in the other way. Free shot over the net. Washita will see what they do with it. Hansen going to give it up to Fairchild. Off the hands, AUM gets it back. Hansen, she found that back corner, but great recovery by the Jesus. And Hansen thought she might have gotten caught up in the net that time, but they're going to credit the score to her on the block. Peyton Church on the serve. The senior out of Jonesboro today. Nothing yet, but we'll see what she does. The hit that time is going to glance off the net and back down into AUM territory. Washita starting to pull ahead. De Jesus on the dig. Vincent Hansen back to Brazil. DeJesus, yet another good dig for the Warhawks. They stay alive. Whitaker on the dig. Church, she's going to set up Brazil. And Riley Brazil on the swing. Nice setup that time by senior Peyton Church. And that's another big key to this Ouachita team. Obviously, Courtney Hansen, great on setting up her teammates, but when she can't get to that position, you've seen some other great players setting up those hitters, namely Peyton Church and Kylie Kisgan.
Yeah, I think that's just something about all the players. They can all step in to play any position when they're needed.
And just like that, another score for Ouachita, and they're starting to pull away in this set. 13-6 is the score. Church continues to serve. Vincent gives it up. They're going to say it glanced to hand, but the referees disagree. Ouachita, they lead by 8 now. Peyton Church back to the well. Off the hands, Brazil on the dig. Church is going to set up Brazil. Free chance here for the Warhawks. McCain calling off the hands, but the unhappiness continues for AUM as the referees once again calling out of bounds on the Warhawks. McCain on the dig. Vincent. And Brazil puts it off the hands and down.
Yeah, great spot there. She just managed to hit that open spot on the court.
And Cameron, you had a little bit of a slow start from the Tigers, but they're really starting to pull away now. What are you seeing here?
Yeah, I think it took a little bit for them to get into a rhythm, maybe just to get warmed up for the day. Like we said earlier, Auburn-Montgomery has already played a game today, so maybe it just took the Tigers a little bit to get woken up.
And this Ouachita team, very experienced. You see that so far on the court right now. You've got 5 seniors and 1 junior in Kisgan. And there's more where that came from. Emily Adams also a senior as well. And then Leah Gardner, a typical name in the lineup, also a junior. That one's going to go down again. Ouachita. They've got an 11-point lead here. Peyton Church, she's been back there for a while now. She'll serve again.
Yeah, she's had her a nice little point run going here.
And just as I say that one goes down for AUM. You know, Cameron, sometimes as a commentator, you just got to be able to let things happen and not just say them.
Yeah, it feels like every time we try to point something out, it goes the opposite way.
Coming in for the first time today, native of Mobile, Alabama, here's Catherine Lupo on the serve. Fairchild puts that right into the hands of AUM and down. Credit the block to Courtney Joseph.
That was a great block there by the Warhawks. That's definitely going to be something that the Tigers are going to have to work around.
Lupo should be back to serve again. That one off the net, nicely dug though by Savannah Whitaker. Brazil gets her hands on it, gives it back to the Warhawks. DeJesus back to the Warhawks. Fairchild the hands this time. Hansen, she's got Brazil. Great effort by AUM. They're going to get a good chance here, though. Fairchild finds the gap right in front of libero Taylor Lewis.
Great play there by the Tigers. I think one thing I'm noticing is just how well they all play together and how they're all able to shift around and communicate.
And speaking of playing well together, we've got some new players on the court today. Maddie Landry up front, and then serving now, Anne-Marie Tice. We saw Landry pick up her 3 kills in her 1 set played yesterday, so we'll see what she does up front today. And that's a nice swing that time for Courtney Joseph. She'll pick up another kill. Substitution coming in, Jasmine Montgomery. Tice on the dig. Hansen gonna give it up to Landry, and she gets it down again. Maddie Landry, what a weekend for her. That's 4 kills in 2 days. And her team is hype to see her like that. Leah Gardner runs in to give her a hug.
Yeah, I think it's so exciting to see someone come in for the first time and immediately get themselves a kill.
And Landry this weekend, native of Hot Springs, might have picked up a little bit of that volcano water while she was there. She has been on fire so far. Gonna get it back to Landry. Hansen gets hands on it, and they're gonna say they got tangled up under the net. UAM trying to get themselves back on the board. They trail by 12. Kisgan left-handed serve. Vincent gives it up to DeJesus, but Hansen's there on the block. You just love a setter that can play just about everywhere, and Courtney Hansen is that, as she's going to send us to a timeout. AUM just 3 away from allowing their first set of the day to Ouachita. We'll see what happens after the break on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. Here from the Sturgis Physical Education Center, set to serve Kylie Kisgan, 22 serving 9 here in set number 1. Lupo on the dig. Here's DeJesus. Hansen, she's giving it back to Landry. Nice dig by Lupo. Warhawks stay alive, but not for too much longer. That one's going to go past the back line. Ouachita looking to keep AUM under 10 for the first time this season.
I think one thing about AUM is that they do have the strength when it comes to hitting. They just have trouble either controlling it or finding a way around those blocks. So they have the talent. They just need to figure out how to work through their obstacles.
And Landry, they just keep going to her, and she's really been producing so far. That time, Kisgan going to hit that one into the antenna, and that's going to give AUM 10. Still just 2 away. Here are the Tigers. Tice, Hansen, she's got Landry. She's going to use a free shot. Tried to go on the swing that time. Tice thought she got under it, but they're going to say that it glanced the floor first. AUM, that's 2 in a row now. On the serve, here's setter Kiara Vega, native of Lake Mary, Florida. Church to Hansen to Landry. I want to go off the hands. We'll stay with AUM. Tice tries to get a hand on it, not quick enough. AUM now, they have 3 in a row. We'll see what they do with that.
Yeah, I think Ouachita's kind of let them gain a little bit of ground here. They're going to have to get that back under control.
Warhawks only have won 1 set this entire weekend, and that was yesterday morning against UT Dallas at Henderson State. Landry, she'll put that one down again. That's her 2nd kill of the afternoon. Excuse me, that's her 3rd kill of the afternoon. And that team's gathering here. And that's going to be a timeout. Thought for a second the Ouachita team was going to, they usually do their run back and forth. But we're going to stay here. We did just take a timeout, Cameron. So, I mean, I guess we can talk a little bit about these teams. Maddie Landry, man, you just love to see a player that hasn't gotten too much run and just go on the court and show why they should stay there.
Yeah, and I mean, as the outside hitter, she's definitely getting her reps in. She's been set up several times, and she's proving why she deserves to play on the court. She's done an amazing job so far.
3 for 7 on the afternoon. Just one error to her name. Courtney Hansen, though, she's been setting her up very well. Already with 8 assists in this first set. Courtney Hansen puts about 1.5 assists under her APS for the season, but you also got to give Hansen credit for the digs. She's got 4, and yesterday was able to pick up a double-double in the contest against UT Dallas. What can she not do for this Ouachita team?
You know, I talk about her a lot, I feel like, but genuinely she's an all-around player. She can hit, she can set, she can dig, she leads the team in aces. I mean, she's a triple threat player.
And the only thing I'm waiting for now is a Courtney Hansen triple-double at this point. Her season high so far is 5 kills, but she's gotten up to 10 digs and she's gotten her fair share of assists. Well, you know that at this point, already top 40 in the nation in assists per set. The play resumes. DeJesus on the attack. Hansen going to give it back to Landry. Nice dig by Lupo. Warhawks alive. Not for much longer. Leah Gardner puts her hands up and puts the ball down, and that's going to send us to another break. Ouachita wins set number 1 handily, 25-12, and we'll be back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm Attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm Attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm Attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
I've heard people say Ouachita. 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 Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Washington Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just a moment. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing dessert. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Berry and Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry and Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry and Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia or visit their website at printmaniatees.com to see how they can help your business or group. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your business or organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business in Arkadelphia, Print Mania has been serving the public since 1992. Call Print Mania today, 870-246-3803.
Second set on the way here from Bespec. Ouachita dominating to start. They win 25-12 handily in that first one. Now a new lineup here for the Tigers. Sophie Henry looks like she will get some time, but first Kylie Kisgan going to come in for her at libero to start. Freshman Sophie Henry, she's only played 3 sets this season, all 3 of them coming in Tyler, Texas at the UT Tyler Patriot Classic. For those wanting some more OSDN action, make sure to tune in at 5:45 tonight as Ouachita football will be hosting the Southeastern Oklahoma State Savage Storm, and we'll have a pregame show for you prior to that, hosted by Madeline Colzer and me. AUM, they'll strike first. The first time Ouachita's done that all season, or not all season, but all tournament. This will be the first time they've relinquished the first point of the set. Warhawks leading, they're serving now. Here's Kiara Vega. Kisgan gonna set up Thetford. And great dig by Kisgan. Montgomery. And Kiara Vega can't get a hand on it, and it's a score for the Tigers. They tie it up at Snake Eyes. Hansen up to serve now. And that one's going to go a little low. First service error of the game for her.
Yeah, and that's not something you typically see from her.
You could see her mouth right there, my bad. You know, probably just short-armed it a little bit, but nevertheless, AUM with the lead here. And Montgomery gets it past the block, and the Warhawks on a nice little run here in set number 2. Ouachita, they've got to look here if they want to keep this lead, or if they want to keep this win. Leah Gardner puts all of her frustration into that hit right there, finding that back corner. Substitution for the Tigers coming in for Kaylee Thetford. Outside hitter Savannah Whitaker. And another one past the block. Warhawks, they figured out this Ouachita block attack, and the Tigers needing to look to find a different answer here.
Yeah, and they had such a strong block going in the last set. I just said it when we were during our break, but now it seems like something's kind of changed there. They're going to have to shift some things around.
And the service error that time is going to give Ouachita possession back. And now new substitution for the Tigers in for Kylie Kisgan. It'll be freshman Sophie Henry, native of Waxahachie, Texas. And another gap found that time. Kendall McCain starting to find her stride in this second set. Warhawk substitutions coming in, Annalise Rodriguez and number 12, Addie Vincent. Hansen, she's gonna set up Brazil. Dig by Adams, gonna set up Brazil now. Kylie Kisgan gets up and under it. What a nice dig here for the junior. Kisgan, she's got Adams. Nice rally here for both teams. That one gonna go past the line. Nicely washed by the Tigers. Substitutions now coming in, Mac Bidwell and Margaret Addison Scott. Now you're seeing a little bit of this youth for Ouachita come into play. Now just 2 seniors in the lineup. Meanwhile, 2 freshmen, a sophomore, and a junior in Kisgan. Bidwell, she's set to serve. She's going to give Courtney Hansen, the setter, a little bit of a break here. And Kisgan gets under it. They're going to say Sophie Henry there. After a little bit, they're going to say Sophie Henry did cross that bottom line a little bit, so that's going to give AUM the score, but they're going to give it right back to Ouachita after that serve goes a little bit past the back line. Coming in for Savannah Whitaker, Kaylee Thetford. Now here, Cameron, this might be the youngest lineup we've seen that Ouachita's put out on the court. Just 1 senior, 2 juniors, 2 freshmen, and a sophomore.
Yeah, you don't normally see them play their freshmen like that. And
the freshmen pay off. The 2 freshmen up front, Margaret Addison Scott And Sophie Henry gonna block it down. Tied at 6s here. They're gonna say it went off the hands of Henry, so it will go for the Warhawks. Seven serving 6 here. Montgomery's serve just barely is gonna miss that sideline. Leah Gardner back in at the middle blocker position. She's gonna take the place of Sophie Henry. Vinson, she's gonna give it up. Kisgan on the dig. Bidwell up to Thedford. Scott, she's gonna get the block. The freshman, Margaret Addison Scott, she's played her fair share of time as well. She's had 7 sets. This will be 8 sets played on the season. Freshman with the most amount of time on the court so far.
And this is really the time for the freshmen especially to prove themselves and prove they're deserving to be on the court.
Trying to get over to the block that time was Montgomery, but that one's gonna sail just a little too far and out. With that, we're gonna take a break. Ouachita holding on to a two-point lead here in set number 2. We'll see how they can get any better here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm Attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm Attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. Our team of experts can become your outsourced IT department, solving problems even before you know about them. We provide and maintain everything from servers and network infrastructure to printers and digital copiers. As a family business with over 80 years of history in Little Rock, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. If you're ready to get your IT in order, visit captg.com and sign up for a free consultation.
Kylie Kisgan set to serve here. Ouachita leading by 2 in set number 2. Courtney Hansen still on the bench for head coach Allison Frizzell Kaiser. Mac Bidwell in at setter for the Tigers. That one's gonna sail out of bounds. They are gonna say it glanced a hand. No, they're gonna say it was in. Did not glance a hand.
Yeah, I think they found a way to get her on that block on that left side.
It's going to be important for the Tigers to be able to find defense on that left side. We'll see what they do here. Serving here, Kiara Vega. Bidwell up to Scott. And finds a way inside the net. And they tie it back up. Warhawks fighting here against the Tigers. AUM looking for their first win of the season. Ouachita hoping to not be that first for them. DeJesus, that one's gonna go off the net and down. And a lucky break for the Tigers that time. And they're going to be the beneficiary of a lead here. Substitutions for the Tigers coming in for Margaret Addison Scott and Mac Bidwell. The duo from Arlington, Texas, Emily Adams and Courtney Hansen. And nice block by the Tigers, but they're gonna say it did sail out of bounds. AUM credited with the point. Tigers finding a way to block it, but just smart play by the Warhawks, able to send that one out of bounds instead. Thedford on the dig, Hansen up to Gardner. And she's gonna use all the strength that she has, putting it down right in the middle. Whitaker in here for Kaylee Thedford. And Brazil on the block, and Kaylee Thedford taps her head. Leah Gardner taps her head. Nice dig by DeJesus. Montgomery set up nicely. Savannah Whitaker just barely can't get it over the net. Incredible recovery by the Tigers, just not enough that time.
Good effort there. You saw those players really hustling to try to get that back over.
Courtney Joseph in here for the Warhawks. She'll replace Jaslyn Montgomery. Now here's libero Taylor Lewis. Warhawks trail by just one, now by two. Service ace turns into a service error. Coming in, freshman Sophie Henry at that middle blocker.
And she really has some height to her. I want to see her swing the ball and see what kind of power she has as well.
And the block's gonna sail out of bounds. Way to get her hands up, Sophie Henry, but just not in the right direction. Head coach Allison Frizzell-Kaiser really experimenting in this set with some players that we haven't seen in quite a while. Not really paying off so far. Ouachita is gonna get a chance here. Kisgan, she set up Brazil. Vincent gives it up. Nice dig by Kisgan. Emily Adams somehow finds a way to get it over. Tigers let it past them again, and the Warhawks continue to fight.
A good save in that first play, though. Just weren't quite able to recover that tip there.
AUM, they've only won one set this weekend. That was yesterday against UT Dallas, hoping to pick up set win number 2 here. Hanson gonna give it up to middle blocker Henry. And that was 4 taps. Tigers scrambling here. Warhawks on a roll. Hanson, she's got Adams, and Adams knows what to do with it. Puts it right down in front of Vincent. Substitutions again for the Tigers. In for the Arlington duo, Margaret Addison Scott and Mac Bidwell. Another youthful lineup here for the Tigers. Just 2 seniors and a junior, then 2 freshmen and a sophomore. Nice dig by Kisgan. That one's gonna stay alive. McCain puts it up and it's going back to the Warhawks. Rodriguez tries to get it over. Nice dig by Bidwell. Kisgan sets up Brazil. Still alive. Bidwell, nice dig. Scott, she'll send it over. Nice opportunity here for the Tigers. Here's Brazil. And she finds the floor. Nice setup that time by Mac Bidwell. And Riley Brazil uses the experience that she brings to this lineup and finds an open spot in the defense.
Yeah, I think with this squad, her and Kisgan are definitely having to be leaders, just knowing it's a younger lineup, just helping those players get more confident.
And Bidwell played sparingly at setter last season. You're starting to see head coach Allison Frizzell-Kaiser get a little bit more confident in her sophomore as the games go on. Tied at 15 here. The Warhawks really showing their name, going to war here with the Tigers. Whitaker on the dig. Kisgan, she's going to look for Brazil. And Brazil, she finds the spot right in front of Lupo and down. Brazil now, she'll move to the back here on the serve. Service error for Brazil ties it back up at 16. An all underclassmen front line now here for the Tigers, a sophomore and 2 freshmen. Bidwell, the setup to Whitaker. And she finds a spot. Another senior showing her age that time. Henry goes out in as Leah Gardner. Kisgan on the dig. Bidwell, a nice set to Gardner, and she uses it well. 18-16, Tigers. This is their biggest lead since under 10 here. Vinson. Kisgan gets her hands under it, but not in the right direction towards the stands. Warhawks continue to fight here. Substitution for AUM coming in, number 8, Kiara Vega. Vega, she'll serve here. Bidwell, nice setup to Gardner. And the soft touch over the block and puts it down on the floor. And you're starting to see this platoon swap where you'll see the youth and Margaret Addison Scott and Mac Bidwell coming in as like a little bit of a rest for Emily Adams and Courtney Hansen.
Yeah, I think it's good to give them a break and also just give those younger players some experience.
And this Ouachita team, we've talked about the age and how experienced all of them are, but you know, once they leave, Coach Frizzell Kaiser is going to be looking for the next generation of Tigers, and so far she's definitely been handling that very well.
Yeah, it's important to let those younger players play when you can, just to get them ready for when it is their turn.
Speaking of turn, here's Courtney Hansen. It's her turn to serve. Nice block by the Tigers, and they're going to find it down on the floor. And that's what you get when you have upperclassmen up front, and that's why those two play so often. Leah Gardner and Emily Adams, one of the best frontline duos in the conference. Ouachita now bringing those upperclassmen back in, just two juniors in Leah Gardner and Kylie Kisgan, and that's going to be a service ace. Ouachita pulling away now. Head coach Allison Frizzell Kaiser decides, hey, I'm done playing around. Let's throw in the veterans and finish this set off here. And that's something that you really like to see in a coach. Not a coach that plays with their food too much, the coach that wants to see her team win no matter who the competition is.
Yeah, and I think especially since the Tigers had such a big lead in the last set, she doesn't want it to be as close as it is right now, you know.
And nice rally by both teams. Warhawks battling well. Hansen, she found a spot in the back corner. Lupo nicely gets under it though. And nice recovery that time by Montgomery. She's going to take the dig from Kisgan and put it right down on the Tigers. (21-8) here. Warhawks. Here's DeJesus. Hansen, she's got Whitaker. Soft touch, nicely recovered. Block goes back down. Credit the assist that time to Leah Gardner. And that's going to send us to another timeout. Head coach Craig Chase, his second season with the Warhawks, wants to take a break, and so will we. We'll be right back here from the Spec here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Owned by OBU alumni, Java Primo is the official coffee house of Ouachita Tiger football. At Java Primo, amazing coffee is just the beginning. Try our great options at breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and don't forget about our amazing desserts. Also, shop Java Primo's gift selection 24/7 online at javaprimo.com.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of bats and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
You know who I'm surprised hasn't really... Welcome back to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network. I am surprised, though, that Haley Fairchild hasn't really seen too much time on the court, but we'll see if she can get some time in the next set. That one going to go off the hands and down. AUM continuing to fight in this one. On the serve, it'll be libero, number 10, Taylor Lewis. Kisgan gets the dig, and not Montgomery. It'll be Courtney Joseph on the block. Just hanging around are the Warhawks. They're not letting Ouachita gain a noticeable advantage.
Yeah, the Tigers are really going to have to focus here if they want to take this game in 3 sets instead of 4 or 5.
Hansen off the hands, AUM, that's playable. Nice block for the Tigers. They're going to get a nice opportunity here. Here's Hansen, back to Adams. And she finds the line and down, now just 2 away. Sophie Henry, she'll take back to the court, in for Kisgan. Nice frontline attack here for the Tigers. Emily Adams and Riley Brazil complemented by the freshman efforts of Sophie Henry. And that one is going to grab the back line. AUM continuing to stay in this one. Ouachita, though, only 2 away. And the strength on the swing that time. Anyalise Rodriguez, native of Milton, Florida. Playing big for her team here within 1.
And I think that's some of the most aggressive play we've seen from that side of the net so far.
Warhawks are now tying it up, and head coach Allison Frizzell-Kaiser has seen enough. She does not want her team relinquishing this set here. And Cameron, we've talked about this. You don't want to see your team playing with their food too much, and she's done everything she can. And really, it is up to her players to win this one here.
Yeah, and I mean, we've talked about the freshmen being in, but I don't necessarily think that's the issue. I think it's just a matter of them needing to play together and communicate and just clean up the little mistakes that they're making. But we know from experience that when Coach Frizzell-Kaiser pulls her team to a timeout, she tells them exactly what they need to hear, and they come back more on fire than before. So that's what I'm looking for here.
And the Tigers just 2 good swings away from a set win, but still, I mean, it really is going to be up to whatever Frizzell-Kaiser tells her team in this huddle, whether it is drawing up something or just giving her team some motivation. And on the other side, you've got head coach Craig Chase on the verge of winning a set against one of the better teams in the country. And this would be big for the AUM program, coming into the season 9th in the Gulf South Conference preseason poll. Meanwhile, Ouachita first in the Great American Conference. We'll see what happens out of this timeout here. Frizzell-Kaiser, she'll go out with Sophie Henry at the middle blocker. Meanwhile, on the 2 sides, Emily Adams and Courtney Hansen. Hansen, she's going to give it up to Adams. Adams finds the gap, and that's 1. Substitutions now in a crucial position. Adams and Hansen go out, and Bidwell and Scott in. Frizzell-Kaiser trusting in the efforts of her younger players here. to score this final point. Served by Bidwell. Off the hands, Kisgan gets under it. Tigers stay alive. Bidwell's gonna set up Scott. Warhawks still alive. And the Tigers pull one out here in 25. And we're gonna take another break. Ouachita barely able to win this one over the Warhawks, and the 3-set sweep is still in order as we go into set number 3 on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
Tigers lead in sets 2-0 here going into set number 3. Just about 30 seconds away. Cameron, what do you need to see from the Tigers in this third set so that they can pull this one out in a sweep?
You know, I love seeing the younger players play, and I think I want to keep seeing that. I just want also to see them clean up their gameplay a little bit. It's been a little sloppy in that last set, especially toward the end, and I think they are a very good team, and they play better than that normally, and that's what I want to see. I want to see them step up to the level that they're really at.
Ouachita 6-1 on the season, and on the weekend 2-0. First against UA Fort Smith on Thursday, and then got the win against UT Dallas for the second time this season yesterday. Tigers now hoping to move to 7-1 before now next game they will head on the road to take on Southern Arkansas in their first ever conference match of the season. Ouachita still a good fair amount. They've got a long week ahead of them. They'll want to make this one short so that they can have the energy coming forward. Like we mentioned, they do go on the road against Southern Arkansas on Tuesday, but they also have a 4-game weekend next weekend in Warrensburg, Missouri, capped off with number 9 in the nation, Washburn of the MIAA. Ouachita hoping to go 4-0 that weekend so that they can put themselves in the national conversation. The free shot, gonna give it up to the Tigers. Hansen, she's got Adams. Nice dig that time by Vega. Hansen to Thedford. Warhawks, nice rally here for them. DeJesus finds the gap in the back corner, and Brazil can't get on top of it in time.
And again, they gave up the first point of the set here. Hopefully, this doesn't reflect how the rest of the set will go.
Thetford gets under it, Hansen to Gardner, and she'll force a miscue for the Warhawks and give the Tigers their first score of the set. Thetford's serve will go low. It'll grasp the net and back down. Warhawks back with the lead. Here's Taylor Lewis, the junior out of Alpharetta, Georgia. Thetford on the dig. Hansen, she's going to give it to Brazil, who's got to go with the free shot here. McCain, nice dig by Kisgan. Hansen, trickeration, going to still be recovered well by the Warhawks. Miscue that time, ties it back up.
And now we've got another substitution. We've got Paige Webb coming in at the front row.
Paige Webb, she'll see her first action on the court since the Patriot Classic last weekend. And Webb, the native of Little Rock, we'll see what she can do. Standing as the second tallest person on this Ouachita lineup, she is, with the soft touch, going to be able to put it down. Webb will pick up, not sure if that'll lodge as a block, but nevertheless, she did affect that play.
And like you said, she does have some height to her. I'm excited to see the power she also brings to the front row.
Not just height, but also jumping ability. You just saw it there. Paige Webb, she can get up. And at the height of 6'2", a player that can get very high, get those shoulders above the net, that's something you really like to see.
Yeah, it's going to be very effective when it comes to hitting and that front row block.
Hansen, she's going to wipe it down like she always does. Tigers, they lead by 2. Here's Gardner. And that one off the hands. Nice swing that time by Emma Claire Long. She'll go out, coming in for her, Annalise Rodriguez.
Great up there by Kaylee Thetford. That was a tough ball to get off the ground.
Kisgan gets under it. Gonna give it up to Webb, and she's gonna lodge her first kill of the season. And Paige Webb, just another benefactor of this weekend for the Tigers. Yet another player getting their first stat of the year. Peyton Church can't eclipse the net that time. Warhawks inched within 1. Substitution for AUM coming in, number 4, Catherine Lupo. And Lupo, service error for her. Ouachita takes that two-point lead right back. Here's Brazil on the serve. She has not come out all day today. She's been on the court for every single point. And Kisgan, the dig's gonna set nicely up Annalise Rodriguez, and she's gonna put it right down on the unexpected Ouachita defense. Courtney Joseph on the serve. Hansen, she's got Thetford. They're going to say that one was outside the antenna. And so Ouachita with the score. Substitution for the Tigers. Paige Webb going out. Coming in for her, Leah Gardner. Kisgan gets hands on it, but just not high enough. AUM inching back into this one. Substitutions for them now. Coming in number 8, Kiara Vega, and number 14, Emma Claire Long. Church, the dig goes too far. AUM now ties it up at 7. Church, nice dig, Hansen to Gardner. And Gardner finds a gap in between the block and puts it down on the floor. Adams in for Church.
I think that kill is going to be the energy shifter that the Tigers needed.
And now Ouachita with their starters back in here. DeJesus can't get under it. Hansen now another service ace. That's 2 service aces on the day for Courtney Hansen. The swing can't get over the net for DeJesus. DeJesus on the dig. Montgomery tries to find the gap. Hansen's there though. Adams off the block and out. Tigers get the score. And that'll be a sub, and that'll be a timeout. Head coach Craig Chase wants to talk to his team. And we're going to take a break as well. Ouachita leads by 4. We'll be back on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm Attorney Taylor King. For years, you've heard us say we'll be on your side, by your side.
I'm Attorney Austin King. At Taylor King Law, we stand by that promise.
And I'm attorney Maggie King Davis. I'm proud to be a part of a team of dedicated professionals who are prepared
to be on your side and by your side when you need us most.
If you've been injured, contact the Taylor King Law Firm.
And we, and more, will be on your side, by your side.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. Our team of experts can become your outsourced IT department, solving problems even before you know about them. We provide and maintain everything from servers and network infrastructure to printers and digital copiers. As a family business with over 80 years of history in Little Rock, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. If you're ready to get your IT in order, visit CapTG.
And we're back from the spec. Here, Ouachita leading by 4. Tigers on a bit of a run here. Here's Courtney Hansen on the serve. She's got 2 aces on the day. Nice dig by Hansen. Kizigan's gonna set up Adams now. That one gets tangled up in the ceiling, now in the span, and Ouachita uses the stage hazards for another score. You know, Cameron, I know they're not really called stage hazards, but you know, I'm a little bit of a gamer myself and like to call them that.
Yeah, I'm just imagining. It must be frustrating getting caught up in that fan, but I mean, both sides have the same situation going on, so.
Exactly. When it's equal like that, it's kind of like foul zones in baseball. You know, you don't always like the fact that the foul zones are so small that you don't always like that the foul zones are so big so that fielders can come in and grab them, but you know, both teams have to deal with it on the hitting side for baseball. Right. So same thing with volleyball. You don't like that the fans are up there, but both teams have to deal with the fact that it might swing one of them into the stands one time. Swing that time is going to go far past the out-of-bounds line. Substitutions now for the Warhawks. Coming in for the first time today, Elise Fulgham, native of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And you know, the team out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, in a fight right now with the Wisconsin Badgers in football. DeJesus gets under it. Fulgham going to send it over. And Leah Gardner, nice tacticality that time, able to get it off the hands and out of bounds on the Warhawks. It'll be 15-7, Ouachita pulling away.
And I believe that's going to be her 10th kill of the day.
10 kills and 11 tries. That's what you love to see out of a middle blocker. Efficiency on her swings. Hansen that time, service is going to go a little too far. Substitution now for the Warhawks. Coming in, number 7, Kendall McCain. But, I mean, you love to see, like we were talking about, with the efficiency at middle blocker, and Leah Gardner among the best Ouachita's ever seen, finishing last season with the highest hitting percentage in Ouachita history. That's what you love to see up front.
Yeah, and just even, I mean, her kills, her blocks, everything she does, she's just efficient and aggressive with it.
Tigers somehow stay alive, and it's a fight here. AUM is going to lose the point that time. Ouachita battles. You see most of the team give up on it, but not Kylie Kisgan, and that's what you like to see in a libero as well, a player that's going to keep fighting. Kaylee Thetford was able to send it over there, and the Warhawks had to scramble.
And one thing about Kylie Kisgan is she just has so much stamina. I feel like she's able to read the ball very well. She's always in the position she needs to be in.
And another thing you love to see about Kisgan, she knows how to use this floor well. You always see her sliding on the floor, getting down for those digs. Going to give the point to the Warhawks. Going to say it glanced off a Ouachita hand. 16-9 here in favor of the Tigers. AUM looking to prolong this game. Brazil, she's going to find a gap in the back. DeJesus can't get under it. Substitutions for the Tigers. Paige Webb back in, and for the first time today, Delaney Gonzalez. She had her first bit of action on the season yesterday at that libero defensive specialist position, and now she's back in. Not much height in the back line. You got Anne-Marie Tice and Delaney Gonzalez, both around 5 feet tall, but you've got some fight back there. Both of those players, two players you like to have when it comes to the effort that they put forth. Tice, you see right there, sliding on the ground. You see Frizzell Kaiser getting down with her, but just unable to get under it. And Gonzalez going out just about as soon as she got in, as Kylie Kisgan going to take the place of her. And that's another thing you like to see about Frizzell Kaiser. This entire weekend, she's used every player on this lineup in some regard.
Yeah, just giving each player a chance. I think that's really important.
Hands up and puts it down. Paige Webb and Riley Brazil able to defend that. And another substitution. Greenbrier, Arkansas native Emma Hill coming in along with Mac Bidwell. You know, we've got another Greenbrier native we like to see around here as well. I'm speaking of Cameron. (18-10). Tigers lead. Here's Bidwell on the serve. That one will go long. Here's Lupo on the serve for AUM. Tigers just 7 away from their 3rd win of the weekend. Bidwell, she's going to give it up to Hill. She looks for a gap, but nicely taken by the Warhawks. But Paige Webb, there in all of her strength and height, gets her shoulders above the net and puts the ball down. You know, Cameron, the middle blocker position is very well set up for the Tigers in the coming years. They've got Webb and Sophie Henry coming for them in the future after you see Leah Gardner and Emily Adams go off their separate ways.
And just both of their height is going to be such an advantage to them. And even for Paige Webb, how high she can jump.
And with that, we're going to send us to another break. Tigers reeling here. They lead 20-11. We'll be right back on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Barry and Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Barry and Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of bats and signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan.
Back here with more action from the Spec. Ouachita, they lead by 9. Here with this new lineup in. Credit the score that time to Annalise Rodriguez. Ouachita playing a little too close to the net that time. Substitutions for the Warhawks coming in. Number 3, Carly Cooper. Cooper, her first action today, she'll serve. The native of Fort Walton Beach, Florida. No, Cameron, I'd love to play by the beach too.
Yeah, would be nice.
And Cooper, she'll serve again. Ouachita relinquishing that last point. It's 20-12 here. And Montgomery, she'll get under it. Warhawks, they're finding a way back into this one. 20-13, Ouachita looking to close this one out. Bidwell, she's got Hill right back towards the Tigers. They're going to get another chance. Bidwell to Webb. And Paige Webb puts it down. The youth of this Tiger team proving to not be a weakness but be a strength. Paige Webb, that's her second kill of the afternoon. Just had to check my stats there. Webb has been very active up front. She's also got 2 solo blocks on the day. Bidwell under it, Kisgan, she'll set up Hill. That one back to the Tigers, Hill, nice dig. Here's Thetford. And Kaylee Thetford forces a miscue that time between Lupo and Lewis. And now Tigers are just 3 away. In substitution for the Tigers. And now here's Aubrey Galante. And with Aubrey Galante's substitution, every single player has seen the court this weekend for the Tigers. Galante, she's seen the court once before this season out in Tyler, but now every single player for Ouachita has gotten some experience. Hill gets under it. Bidwell tries to roll on the ground over there to grab it, but just can't in time. A little bit about Aubrey Galante, native of Prosper, Texas. The defensive specialist here in her second season with the Tigers. We'll see what she does on the serve. Kiara Vega here to the Tigers. Bidwell, nice setup that time for Gardner. Puts her right in the position to do what she's best at. Now coming in for Emma Hill and Matt Bidwell, the Arlington duo. Courtney Hansen and Emily Adams. Tigers with all their starters in, without Riley Brazil in for Aubrey Galante. And nice serve by Hansen, just barely going to get over the net. Hansen, she's got a gap in the back. Nice recovery by Lupo. And both Kisgan and Galante diving to the ground. You see Galante make the business decision, let Kylie Kisgan do what she's best at. But that one just a little too far out of reach there.
Still great hustle by both of the defensive players.
23-16. Kisgan on the dig. Thetford, nice strength, but even better recovery by Lewis. Hansen, she's got Adams. And Hansen, she'll go back to the well. Her old high school teammate will put it down on the floor for her. More substitutions for the Tigers. Coming in for Galante and Thetford are Tice and Landry. It's set point here for the Tigers. Here's Anne-Marie Tice. And there it is. Anne-Marie Tice is going to cap off the game with a service ace for the Tigers. And Ouachita goes 0-3, only relinquishing one set the entire weekend, and that was their first against UAFS.
Yeah, they've had a very successful weekend. I think we've seen a lot of growth, even just in the past 2 days. I mean, they've just learned how to keep their energy up, their stamina, and just work together and be aggressive.
And head coach Allison Frizzell Kaiser has not just done a great job at helping develop her team, but also giving those younger players the chances that they've wanted and needed to be able to succeed in the future. You bring in 3 freshmen, you also bring back a good group of sophomores as well, giving them the ability to play more on this court with a team that is very experienced is going to be crucial for this team's future.
Yeah, I love that she's letting all the players get experience here, especially since, like you said, they are the future of this team, and one day it's going to be their turn to be the starters, so I think it's very important for them to start getting that experience now.
And this experience this weekend goes in favor of the Tigers. They finish off the Ready Tiger Invitational 3-0. Now they've got a bit of a road trip in front of them. They'll head to Magnolia on Tuesday, hoping to go 1-0 in GAC play to start the year. And then they'll head to Warrensburg next weekend with a big group of teams. They've got Central Missouri, McKendree. They'll also have the likes of Washburn and Missouri S&T. But for now, Ouachita, they take the win over AU Montgomery. And this has been Isaac Bourne and Cameron Boyd. Thank you for tuning in all weekend. Make sure to tune in tonight at 5:45 for the football pregame show. You'll see me, you'll see Madeline Colzer, you'll see Chase Hartzell, and many more. This has been Isaac, this has been Cameron. Thank you so much for watching on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood 1.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
This is Danielle Musselman.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.